Hello, beautiful people. My name is Ghada, and I'm your financially independent, remote working freelance bestie. And I'm here today with another video to talk about some of the things that I've gotten paid to do as a freelancer. In the previous video I talked about how you can get started as a freelancer, how to start working remotely, how to start freelancing, how to start earning for your skills and things that you are good at. Now, one thing that a lot of you found interesting was the fact that I said you can literally earn from anything. It doesn't have to be a skill. It just has to be something that you're good at, and you need to figure out a way how you can make money off of it. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about 10 things that I've gotten paid to do as a freelancer and how much I got paid for some of them. Number one, listening to people talk. Now, I'm keeping this as number one because that was the most interesting thing that I have gotten the most questions for. It's an interesting thing to do. And as someone who's really good at listening to people and gives great advice, I think, I have had quite a few people who would be more than happy to pay for my time just so I can listen to them talk. Now, it varies from client to client. Some people just want someone to hear them out. Some people would also like some advice thrown in. But it really depends on what you and your client decide on and agree to do. Some of my best clients have paid up to $100 an hour for my time. Number two, translation. I speak 4 languages, out of which I'm fluent in 3. So that gives me the capacity to understand, read, speak, and write in 3 different languages. And I use that capacity to translate. My favorite project so far as a freelancer was a very small project that required the translation of 50 words from Arabic to English, and I got paid $1 a word for it. Number 3, proofreading and editing. I am a writer by profession. I started writing when I was really young, and I have written in a variety of different niches and scopes. So a lot of the times I get clients who don't want me to write from scratch, but would rather I proofread or edit something that's already written. That has ranged from academic papers to website content, blogs, social media content, and a lot of different things. One of my best paying proofreading projects was to proofread and edit an academic paper, and I charged 50 cents per word for that paper. Number 4, content planning. This is a little different than creative ideation. It usually involves working with a client that already knows what they want, that already has a lot of ideas. You just need to help them sort it out in a manner that is appealing, engaging, and that helps them bring in followers, bring in engagement on different social media platforms. You could get paid between $20 to $25 an hour just to plan out the content for a client. Number 5, graphic design. Now, I know that graphic design is a very generic umbrella term that encompasses a lot of different areas such as logo design, business card designs, web design, app design, and so on and so forth. It really differs based on what you're working on, how big the project is, to price your services, but I will let you know that in my experience, website design and app design pays the highest. Number 6, vlogs. I love vlogging. I love writing. I started blogging when I was about 13. It was a long time ago, and I've written for a variety of different niches as well. And I'll let you know that when I first started 13 years ago, my first client was paying me $1 for every 1,000 words. I currently charge 75 cents per word. Number 7, website content. This is very different than blogging, and this is very different than academic writing or any other type of writing. This is writing specifically designed to have on your website. I really enjoy web content writing because it involves quite a bit of research, understanding the client, who their target audience is, what their goals are, what their services are. For the most part, my clients give me a lot of creative freedom to put forward their best foot with my web content writing skills. And one of the projects I remember very fondly was for a client who paid me 55 cents per word. Number 8, social media management. Now, this is something that has become widely popular in the last few years, specifically after COVID, and a lot of people are doing it. So it's very easy to start in it because there's a lot of information around the topic. There's a lot of guidelines, a lot of courses. Something important to remember is that there's different types or levels of involvement being a social media manager. You could just be at the very front end of it, where you don't design or create anything from scratch. The client gives you everything, and your job is to regularly post and engage on their social media platforms. A deeper level of social media management would involve creating the posts, coming up with the captions, doing your hashtag research, your market research, keeping up with the trends, and managing their platform accordingly. Number 9, brand ideation. And this is one of my absolute favorite things to do. It allows me to be very creative with my work, and it's a lot of fun for me. It usually involves creating mood boards, visualizing the brand for the client, giving them an idea of what they could potentially achieve, and deliverables are really not that technical. And I will let you know that people are willing to pay a very hefty sum for brand ideation, because this is the face of their future business, of their future company. This is what determines how well they move forward. This sets the foundation of who they are in the market. And number 10, influencer outreach. A lot of people would be very happy for someone else to do the influencer outreach for them, to get in touch with influencers, get the best deals, coordinate with deliverables, make sure that they are delivered on a timely basis, what is required, how it's done. It sometimes involves a little bit of ideation on your part, where you get to determine what kind of content to receive, what is required of the influencer, how you want things to be filmed, and how you want your user-generated content to look like. So that about sums it up. Are any of these things that you think you can do? Why don't you let me know which one is your most favorite and least favorite from all the things I mentioned. I would also be very happy to do a part 2 if any of you want that. So make sure to leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, find me on socials, engage, and let me know what other content you'd like to see me create. Thank you.